Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P0651, indicates a malfunction in the sensor reference voltage 2 circuit within the Honda Civic models ranging from 2016 to 2021. This code suggests that there is an issue with the electrical circuit related to voltage supply to certain sensors, impacting their performance and consequently vehicle operation. These components are integral to the vehicle's electronic control systems, particularly the Transmission Control Module, TCM. The malfunction does not originate from mechanical problems in the transmission, but stems from electrical circuitry issues. Understanding this DTC is crucial, as addressing it promptly can prevent further complications in vehicle performance and safety, ensuring reliable operation of vehicle systems associated with the TCM. The DTC P0651 specifically references a fault in the sensor reference voltage 2 circuit. This involves critical components such as the continuously variable transmission (CVT) speed sensor and the torque converter turbine speed sensor. These sensors provide essential data to the TCM for optimal transmission performance. The CVT speed sensor monitors the vehicle speed, while the torque converter turbine speed sensor tracks the speed of the torque converter's turbine. Both are generally located on or near the transmission assembly in the vehicle. These sensors rely on a specific voltage supplied by the TCM to function properly. When this voltage is disrupted, it triggers the DTC P0651, indicating a malfunction that needs thorough investigation. The possible causes for the DTC P0651 primarily revolve around electrical circuit problems. This could include issues such as damaged wiring, corrosion, or disconnection in the circuit between the TCM and the affected sensors. Additionally, poor connections resulting from inadequate terminal seating can obstruct the necessary current flow, leading to erroneous sensor readings. Loose terminals may also cause intermittent connections that result in the system failing temporarily. It's critical to understand that the DTC is not associated with mechanical faults. It strictly pertains to electrical components and connections. Thus, focused troubleshooting on the electrical integrity of each connection and wiring path is necessary. When the DTC P0651 is triggered, several symptoms may manifest that indicate issues within the vehicle's transmission system. One of the most apparent symptoms is the illumination of warning lights on the dashboard, specifically indicators related to transmission malfunctions or general check engine alerts. Drivers may also experience noticeable transmission performance issues, such as erratic shifting or hesitation in acceleration. In more severe cases, the vehicle may exhibit intermittent drivability problems, where the vehicle feels unresponsive or stutters during operation. These symptoms signal that the electrical issues affecting the sensor circuits need to be assessed promptly to prevent long-term damage or operational failure. For the first troubleshooting step concerning the DTC P0651, start by turning the vehicle's ignition to the on mode without starting the engine. This prepares the system for diagnostic checks. Next, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear the DTCs that may have been stored in the system. Clearing these codes allows you to reset the vehicle's electronic systems for a fresh diagnostic evaluation. After this, turn the vehicle off and then back to the on mode again. Following this, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS. If DTC P0651 is indicated on the HDS, it confirms that the failure is active and you should proceed to the next troubleshooting step. If it is not indicated, you may be dealing with an intermittent issue requiring further inspection of connections and wiring. In the second troubleshooting step for DTC P0651, once again, clear the diagnostic trouble codes using the HDS. After clearing, turn the vehicle's ignition to the off mode. This ensures that the vehicle systems are in a safe state for maintenance. Next, you will need to disconnect the connectors from the CVT speed sensor and the torque converter turbine speed sensor. These sensors are connected via 3-pin connectors, which can be easily accessed in the vehicle's engine compartment. After disconnecting these connectors, you will turn the vehicle ignition back to the on mode to see if DTC P0651 reappears. If the code is present, you should proceed to the next troubleshooting step to further isolate the issue. If not, you may need to verify wiring and connections between the TCM and the sensors. The third troubleshooting step involves a systematic approach to reconnecting the previously disconnected components. You will need to connect the CVT speed sensor first, followed by the torque converter turbine speed sensor, one at a time. After each reconnection, check for pending or confirmed DTCs using the HDS to monitor if the P0651 code reappears. If the DTC reappears after reconnecting a specific component, that part is likely the source of the issue, and it should be replaced. However, if DTC P0651 does not indicate during this testing, it suggests that there could be poor connections or loose terminals elsewhere within the electrical pathways. In this case, revisit previous connections to ensure they are secure, and then assess the wiring to these sensors. In the fourth step of the troubleshooting process for DTC P0651, begin by turning the vehicle's ignition to the off mode. This state is important to safely access the relevant components without risk of electrical discharge. Disconnect the TCM 50P connector, which is a critical connection point for the TCM related to sensor circuits. After the TCM is disconnected, you will check for continuity between the specified test points and body ground, as instructed in the diagnostic steps. This is done to determine if there is any unwanted short to ground in the voltage common collector, VCC, wire between the TCM and the sensors. If continuity is detected, that indicates a short in the electrical circuit that needs to be resolved immediately. If continuity is not found, you should move on to the next troubleshooting step to check for shorts to power. The final troubleshooting step involves assessing whether there is a short to power in the VCC lines. Begin by turning the vehicle ignition to the on mode, ensuring that all sensors remain disconnected for accurate readings. Using a multimeter, measure the voltage across the specified test points to body ground. This is crucial to determine if there is battery voltage present at the TCM connector terminals. If you discover battery voltage here, it will indicate a short to power in the circuit, requiring immediate repairs. Conversely, if no battery voltage is detected, the VCC wires are likely in good condition. In this case, it is advisable to review any authorized service information related to this DTC, or consider substituting a known good TCM for further diagnostics. If substituting resolves the DTC, you should replace the original TCM. After completing the troubleshooting and repair procedures for the DTC P0651, it is paramount to verify the effectiveness of your repairs. Start by clearing the DTCs using the HDS. This step resets the vehicle's diagnostic systems, enabling you to monitor for reoccurrence of the issue. Following this, take the vehicle for a test drive to assess system functionality while observing transmission behavior and performance. During this process, pay close attention to whether any warning lights illuminate on the dashboard that could suggest the DTC has returned. Finally, perform a follow-up scan with the HDS to see if any DTCs are still present. Confirming that the P0651 code does not reappear, indicates successful resolution of the underlying issue. To prevent issues like DTC P0651 from occurring in the future, it's important to implement a routine preventive maintenance schedule that includes regular inspections of wiring and connections related to your transmission sensors. Ensuring that all wiring is intact and free from wear helps to preclude intermittent faults before they can trigger DTCs. Always check that connectors are tightly fastened and in good condition, as loose or corroded connections are common culprits of electrical issues. Utilizing high-quality connectors and components can also significantly reduce the risk of future circuit problems. Additionally, whenever performing maintenance that involves electrical components, handle them with care and follow manufacturer guidelines to avoid damaging sensitive parts. In conclusion, understanding DTC P0651 is essential for diagnosing issues related to the sensor reference voltage 2 circuit in the Honda Civic 2016 to 2021 models. This code emphasizes the significance of the electrical integrity within the circuits, connecting the TCM and associated sensors. By following the troubleshooting steps outlined above, technicians can effectively isolate and resolve the underlying problems that cause this DTC. Moreover, regular inspections and maintenance practices are fundamental in minimizing the risk of circuit malfunctions and ensuring the ongoing performance of the vehicle's systems. Awareness of these factors can lead to timely repairs and ultimately enhance the reliability and safety of the vehicle. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.